that I do like. Sorry, I'm peeling this off. So here's my new phone case, by the way. Hey everybody, it's Michelle Joy Collins, and I'm here to help you live a more joyful life. So I'm making some eggs, and look a little crazy because I'm trying to stay warm, but just thought I'd check in and let you guys know sort of what's been going on. I've kind of decided that I'm going to be aiming for 2 videos a month instead of every week, just because every week's not really working right now, as you may have gathered. I have been working out most days since January 26th, which I know isn't a ton, but that's still, I mean, I think I've potentially worked out, like done actual workouts more days this year than last year already. I'm not sure, that could be wrong. I've been doing a lot of actual workouts, which is making me pretty happy. I think I'm gonna do my video with my Notion template, so I guess this is kind of an intro for that. We'll get into what I did last month and what I plan to do this month / am doing, and then expect eventually a video in remembrance of Sayuri. I wasn't able to make one last year. I don't know how well making one this year will go, but it is something I'm interested in doing. It's gonna be an interesting month. Hey, so there's a reflection of January and a jump into February from my Notion page. Not my Notion. The Notion page that I use, that Katie Calloway created. You may have seen it in previous monthly videos I've done, but here we go for February 2025. Well, January / February of 2025. It starts off with the reflection of last month, so January. So in January, what did I accomplish? I said I sort of kept up with YouTubing, because I did 2 videos in the month. I did want to be posting weekly, but that just didn't happen, and I don't think is possible in my current phase of life. It keeps being the end of the week, which I work Wednesday through Sunday, so it'll be like Friday night or Saturday morning, and I'll realize I haven't filmed yet for YouTube, let alone edited and uploaded and made thumbnails and everything. And then it's like, do I try to cram that all in Sunday before work, which I start at 11:30, or after work, which I end at 8, but then when does that really get me home? It depends. It was just getting very stressful. I decided to cut it down to just 2 a month, and this one's already going to be up late from the time I wanted it to be up, but I wanted to get this one out first, and you'll understand why towards the end, which I'll cover when we get there. I said working hard and doing well. Working hard at work and doing well. So I've been working very hard at work, learning new things, doing new trainings, keeping up with different activities we've got to keep up with. I think I'm doing pretty well at work. I'm getting a lot of customer surveys back saying I've done a good job, so that's fantastic. Won't complain about those. So on the full moon, Sasha and I did a ritual and tarot pull, which I think we're going to do a tarot pull every full moon potentially this year. So the next one will actually be the day after this goes up. It was interesting seeing, so my tarot deck is unsurprisingly, I'm sure, the Supernatural tarot deck. So it's interesting to see how my booklet interpreted things versus their booklet, and kind of our what's the word I'm looking for? Interpretation of those interpretations. So that was interesting to go through. So I feel like that was an accomplishment. What challenged me in January was trying to pay down my credit card while still spending money on things I wanted. On too many things I wanted. That's a struggle for me, especially when I'm down. And guess what? With clinical depression and chronic depression, you are down a lot. I like to participate in retail therapy. Self-care last month, I said resting, because I did do quite a bit of resting. Maybe not as much as some people think I need to do, but, you know, I only have so much time to rest now that I work. And, yeah, I rest when I could, and I did makeup on a lot of the days that I wanted to. Not all the days I wanted to, because I do try to do it for work days, and I did much better for part of the month, but then, like, I just get one day behind of being too tired, and then it's like, well, I slept right up until I had to go to work. I slept right up until I had to go to work, and then there's no time to do makeup. So I will say I did my makeup yesterday, Sunday the 9th, and I was pretty pleased with that. And I was going to record this last night, then I was really tired, and I just didn't. Alright, notables from last month. Travel, the Grizzly Den. Sasha and I went to the Grizzly Den for my birthday meal. We brought it home, but it was delicious. I got this really big burger, well, not this big, but really big burger that was so freaking delicious. I can't even describe it. Plus, I don't entirely remember what all was on it at this point. But it was so good. It was so good. We also got ice cream. Also good. Notable people from last month. Sasha. Jamie. Co-workers. Kathy, Aaron, Jojo, and Alex. Just some good people helping me have a good month. So, thank you guys. I love you very much. I didn't list any movies or TV or purchases and products. No movie or TV, because mostly what I've been watching is Supernatural, which I guess I could list. With Sasha, we're still in season 14, and on my own, I think I'm in season 5. Books that were part of last month were, I finished the Transforming the Living Legacy of Trauma, which is a book I was going through with my counselor. There's a therapist version and there's a patient's version. And so, like, there are various worksheets and there's some, you know, like, things that the therapist reads while the patient is, like, listening with their eyes closed, or, you know, that sort of thing. So on Tuesdays, I do my, like, regular therapy, and right now we're doing therapy while I clean, because this is all telehealth. So I've been working on my desk for a while. We're gonna get to the point soon that I have to move on to another spot because I need to stop dragging my feet with my desk. And then on Fridays, it was Trauma Friday, because the book's on trauma. But now we're reading the mindfulness prescription for adult ADHD. So it's not Trauma Friday anymore. It's, I guess, ADHD Friday? I don't know. But that one we read and discuss and exercises and worksheets and whatnot. No cleaning during that. I also finished A Court of Frost and Starlight. I can't remember if that was still in January or if it was partially into February, but whatever. Point is, I finished it finally. Not that I didn't want to finish it, I just finally got it done. Loved it. I am bummed that there's not more. I didn't realize I was that close to being done with what was out already. So that's unfortunate, but it does solve the dilemma of which of my fantasy smut books do I want to listen to right now. The Court of Thorn and Roses series or the Kilcanian series. So now I'm back to the Kilcanian series, which is by Victoria Aveline. I started releasing Maladec, and I haven't gotten very far into it. Again, this was, it must have been February, because I finished Court of Frost and Starlight, and I started releasing Maladec while driving cats to the vet. Well, driving to and from the vet. Really enjoying that. Happy to be back to that series, because I have been loving it, and happy to be back in that world again. I also started Money for Couples by Ramit Sethi. You may know him as the author of I Will Teach You to Be Rich, of the Netflix show I Will Teach You to Be Rich, of YouTube and podcasts and websites and emails and whatnot, all about teaching you how to live your rich life. So I've only just started this book, but I'm very excited for it. Jamie and I did have a pretty in-depth budget talk earlier in the month, and maybe it was the end of last month. I don't remember. But we're going to be helping one another and keeping on top of everything we want to keep on top of together as a couple with our money. So when I say helping one another, I mean helping one another stick to the budgets we want to stick to. Looking forward to continuing that. And then as far as music and podcasts, I have listened to a number of podcasts, a couple episodes of Ramit Sethi's, a couple episodes of Clutterbugs, but none that I marked down. What are you doing, Garfield? But something I did start listening to was Epic the Musical, which is fantastic, what I've listened to. I also have been following this project for at least a year, over on TikTok. I know. Can we be nice to each other? Come on, be nice. Thank you. So like I said, I started listening to Epic the Musical. Like, I hadn't listened to any of the parts of it yet, the different sagas, just the bits that I got on TikTok, which mostly I was getting, like, listen to this riff that continues, like, it's like Athena's theme that comes through in all the songs with Athena, or, Poseidon's theme, and, like, that was really cool. I like how I'm making, like, music, like I'm a music artist, fingers. Anyways, really good music. I still need to finish it, but very much enjoying it. Very much encourage you to go listen to the playlist. I will link it in the description. Okay, so now we've got goals and habits for this month, February. We start with health and wellness ones, and so originally this said at least one workout a week, because I had said 3 a week, and then that wasn't happening in January. So when I originally started writing this, before January ended, I was like, okay, 1 workout a week, let's get that started, then we can move forward. However, starting January 26th, I've worked out most of the days since then. I took off Monday and Tuesday last week because of driving to and from the vet, and being at the vet and being exhausted when I wasn't at the vet. So took those days off, and then took off another day that I was just too tired. I was gonna try to do it after work, which I did one night, but the next time I tried it, I was just like, I'm I'm way too tired. I need to get sleep. Point is, I've done a lot of my workouts. I've been doing P90X3, which I'm really pleased with. I was trying to think, the 26th started with Sasha inviting me to do yoga with them. And I think we had done it once before that, but the 26th we did yoga, and then the 27th I did some sort of workout, 28th, you know, and like while this was going on, I was kind of like, well, what workout would I want to do? Because I had been doing body lava, if you follow me and have seen any of my videos on that. But that wasn't really, like, that's what I was trying to do all through January, and I never got up the motivation to do it, really, if at all. I can't remember. So it's like, okay, what program or, you know, workout or whatever can I do that I'll actually be motivated to stick with? And P90X3 came to mind, because I love Tony Horton, I love P90X3, I love P90X. I don't love P90X2. I knew there was no way in heck I'd be able to do P90X, the original, right now, if ever, with fibro. But P90X3 I've done a bunch of times since it came out in 2014. And one thing Beachbody, body coaches, partners, now affiliates talk about is your soulmate workout or your soulmate program. And I think that P90X3 is probably my soulmate workout program, with body at least. I don't know what other workouts I might click with that much, but anyways, the point is, I decided to see what I could do with P90X3. And I've been doing it. I've done over a full week of it. I know I said, like, that math doesn't math out, because, like, the 26th through the 10th now, that's not just a week worth of workouts, but at least 2 of those days were yoga days with Sasha. There was a day where I did a short workout in my chair. There were 2 days where I did shorter workouts, which were Ab Ripper X from P90X3. Forgot I hate that. And Ab Ripper X from the original P90X, which I love. Or, I hate it, but I love it. That's what Tony says before it, so. Anyways. So, there have been some other changes. I'm also having to try to figure out what I'm going to do in place of the challenge, which is one of the workouts in phase 1. Phase 1. Which is all alternating push-ups and pull-up workouts. And I can't do push-ups right now. I can do some on my knees, but only for so long. And I can't do it, like, any on my feet, even with both my braces on, even with both my braces and the push-up stands. And I don't have a pull-up bar anywhere. I'm going to look into what all is in the workout, the incinerator from P90X3, because I don't remember what's in it. I just remember that it's my favorite workout in the program, and you only do it like 3 or 4 times, which I hate. So I'd like to replace the challenge with incinerator, but we'll have to see if it's actually moves I can do. Do Sunday yoga with Sasha. We did not do yoga yesterday, but I would like to do Sunday yoga with Sasha when we can. And then my last for health and wellness is I want to eat at least 2 meals a day. breakfast, and then my meal that I eat at work. Goals and habits for this month for career and business. I want to improve my completion of my assigned tasks as well as the ones I set for myself. So I've got certain closing duties, which I'm not going to show you, but I've got a list of them that lives in my pocket usually. I don't always get all of them done, my closing tasks, or my during the day tasks, because we are very, very busy at the service desk, and that's known. You know, I'm not in trouble or getting scolded or anything, but I hold myself to such high standards that I expect me to be doing better at it than I have been doing. So I'd like to improve at that, at getting those done. I should also improve at not expecting too much of myself, especially with my fibro and stuff, and somehow managing to work 40 hours a week. And then I also want to apply to some librarian positions. Home Depot is working great. I'm enjoying it, but, you know, I would like to get back into my career field. I would really like to have a remote position for an online librarian, preferably academic, but, you know, I'm not gonna be too picky. Like, it was over a year between me having a job as a librarian and me getting a job at Home Depot. I would still like to get back to that career field, but not sure when that's gonna happen. So I'll try to apply for some, and we'll see. As far as goals and habits for this month for finances, I want to have a no-spend February. I want to pay aggressively towards my credit card debt, cut back on some of the things I've been saving for, and just pile all the money I can onto my credit card debt. Get back on top of it so that I can get back to no credit card debt and saving for everything I want to save for and spending money on fun things that I want to spend money on. They'll just feel a lot better than how I feel right now about finances. Another thing I need to do is take the supernatural things and potentially other stuff. I did start making a video of going through my clothes in my dresser. So I might, some of those shirts that I'm getting rid of, I might put those up too. But taking stuff that I'm not going to keep and putting it on Poshmark. I need to put stuff up on Poshmark so that I can make back some money. Goals and hobbies for February. Personal. I want to, and this actually could also go under business, but I want to make at least 2 videos this month. This one. And my other planned one is going to be about Siri. If I can manage to. I may not manage to. And then I said, plan for the 15th. The 15th will mark 1 year since I had to say goodbye to Siri. My first cat. My familiar. My baby girl. You're my baby girl too, Kaylee. So I want to plan what I want to do for the 15th, which is coming up very quickly. It's in 5 days. Gonna try not to spend all of it in bed crying. Last year I did spend almost all of it in bed, trying not to cry as much as I could because it was my last day with her. The parts I didn't spend in bed, I did spend crying, for sure. This is part of why I didn't filmed this video last night with my makeup on. I was gonna do my makeup for it today, but I was like, I'm gonna cry at least some. I did take the 15th off of work. For grieving purposes. I'm gonna try to do some enjoyable things, spend some happy time with my kids I've got, spend some happy time with Sasha and Jamie, but if I need extra rest that day, I'm gonna let myself have it. If I need to cry, of course, I'll cry. And I just hope that the days surrounding it, especially the work days surrounding it, that I can keep it together as much as I can. That's also why under self-care goals and hobbies for this month, I say give myself grace around the 15th. I hadn't originally written to plan for the 15th, or that I wanted to make a remembering Sayuri video, an immemorial video, because I hadn't realized that I feel like I might be able to do that. I wanted to make one last year, but that wasn't happening. I wasn't making it through many days for a number of months without crying, missing her. So I knew I wouldn't make it through an entire video about her. I still don't know if I will, but I'd like to at least try this year to make one. Back to my other self-care goals and hobbies for this month. I want to play Sims once a week at the very least. So I said I want to do makeup on more days as well, which I started with yesterday. Again, it's going to kind of depend on how things go this week. Probably the closer I get to Saturday, the less likely I am to do my makeup, just because I don't want to cry it off at work. It would be much harder to like hide that I'm crying if I've got makeup streaked all over my face. So, anyways, we'll see. I said maybe do a face mask. I have a number of them sitting right over here. So I've got a lip mask. I've got a brightening eye mask, which isn't that one just so cute? I've got a green tea mask. That's just a note. That's just a thing. And then I've got a watermelon face mask. Again, give myself grace on and around the 15th. Feel what I need to feel and whatnot. And then I am trying to go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time every day. I'm really struggling with it. My original goal was 11 till 7. The reason for staying up so late is because at some point we switched to the new spring hours, and that will have us open till 10. And so 11 and now 11:30 were chosen to try to give me time to wind down. Well, 11 was chosen to be a time after 10 that I could aim to go to sleep. 11:30 has been chosen because Fitbit with my sleep tracking says I need to have more time that I'm winding down between work and sleep. And I was like, well, if I get off at 10, which means getting home later, maybe 10:30, it depends. How the heck am I going to have any wind down time if I'm going to bed at 11? And so my therapist and I talked about it, and he said, how about you try 11:30 and see how that goes. So we're going to see how that goes this week. But yeah, and then waking up at 7 a.m. daily. Difficult, very difficult, because like I have said, I frequently have been sleeping in till it's time to get ready to go to work, which I try to leave by noon for my 12:30 shift. So yeah, excuse me. But with me working out, I'm trying to do them in the morning, trying to do them at 7 so that I've got time before other stuff. On Tuesdays and Fridays that I do work, my therapy session is at 10 or 11 instead of 1, so I need to have, you know, that hour of time available and not be like, okay, now it's time to rush out the door, sort of. So anyways, that's what's up. Trying to go to bed at 11:30, wake up at 7. Wish me luck. You know, what do you feel like jumping in on any of these goals and hobbies? Or what are your goals and hobbies for this month? Like, just list one below. Even if it's one of mine and you're just going to try to stick with it, you know, just let me know. I'd love to hear. So leave that in the comments, please. And I hope you have a fantastic day. I am going to be starting leaving a pinned comment in my videos from now on that are for other content creators that kind of want to chat with each other, form a little community. I think that would be cool. I know some other people do that, and I would love to have some fellow content creators to chat with about it and whatnot. So if you are one, or you want to be one and would like to start forming a bit of a community, you know, feel free to comment on that comment. Alright, I hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great week, or multiple weeks, depending on how long it takes me to get another video out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!